Hey guys, Anthony or Xmas here. I am making a Persona 5 Royal slash Persona 4 Golden slash Persona 3 FES character tier list. Now you're probably wondering, why would I do something like that? Well, I am very passionate about this series. These three games in particular. I haven't touched 2 Eternal Punishment or Innocent Sin yet, but I have played the following up here. I've only played Portable once for the female MC, and I wasn't too impressed by it, but I'm glad that she's there, you know? So, yeah. Just figured I'd go over my thoughts with all the characters. Like I said, I'm really passionate for this series. The characters that are in the bottom I just don't think are relevant or have enough information to talk about. I mean, they're there. That's kind of it. I don't really have that much to say about it, but yeah. This is going to be very rambling, kind of like my Avatar video. It even has the same song in the background. Might change it later, though, depending on how I feel. You know, it's my tier list, my stream. And yeah, this will be going to YouTube, so if anybody misses it. Oh, and lastly, there will be spoilers involved for some of the characters when it comes to discussion. Specifically, when we get to the royal characters, that's going to be really rough. So just keep that in mind when we get there. Okay? Alright, so let's get started. I guess I should have rearranged these, to be quite honest with you. So I'm just gonna go at random until I get to the really important characters. Sound good? Cool. Alright then. Let's see. Oh, hang on. I'm going to... One sec. Yeah, no, honestly, that's fine. Gonna let my friends know. Okay, cool. Also, for anybody that's here, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so let's get started. I Abihara. She's okay. Like, the thing is like her social link in general is just kind of it's a very simple character story. She's very she on the outside appears very materialistic and just wants to get attention of Ko Ichijo, if you chose the basketball team, of course. But other than that, kind of, she on the surface she appears shallow, and she put her like real self away. So just thought she was kind of eh. The social link was okay. The character moment was probably like her realizing that she just needs to be herself, and then she'd be just fine. Is probably the best part of the entire link. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Why is my chat doing that? Don't know why it's doing that, but it's okay. Alright, next. Let's go with Bebe. Again, Bebe's just, his social link's okay. The message from it is just, it's okay. I've only done his link once, because I've only played FES twice in my entire life, so I don't really have that much to say other than his social link was okay. Very eh. Just, you know, eh. Chihiro. Also really meh. She's really obsessed with the protagonist of the game, and I don't know, I didn't like the Justice Arcana in this game that much. The lesson that she gets out of it is okay, but nothing too crazy. Like I said, I've only done her social link once, so for the characters that I don't know that much about, other than what their social link was, I didn't go that in depth to research them. Just know that I've only done their social link once. So, just want to keep that in mind. And yeah, she's just okay. Let's go with a character I think is really cool. Ko! I like Ko a lot. So when you have to choose between the basketball team and the soccer team, there are very two different stories, and one of them is significantly better than the other, and I think Ko's is the one that is significantly better, with his whole family name and the orphanage, writing him that letter to make him think it was his old parents. Like, oh, that hurt. That was so deep, and how it has a lot to talk about adoption and, you know, living with step-parents, and he genuinely didn't think his family loved him. That was such a good story. Just on the surface level, though, he's just like an character. Like, his story was better than the character himself. I really liked it. It was solid, but, you know, it was just a good story. His counterpart, though, oh gosh, where is that man? Daisuke, just he's okay. I really didn't think his story with his ex-girlfriend was all that special, you know? It was okay. The message that at the end, I guess, was kind of cool, but I've seen a lot of Persona analysis videos, and they always mention that his social link doesn't really start until, like the rank 6, because a lot of it is just soccer practice and helping Narukami become better at soccer. Like, come on, what is that, man? It's so lame. But yeah, it was okay. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Justine's solid. I like her a lot more than Caroline, to be quite honest. Maybe it's just the reserve character versus the, you know, more abrasive one. Solid Velvet Room attendee. I guess I can talk about Caroline as well. I actually don't like the twins that much, to be completely honest with you guys. They're my least favorite Velvet Room attendee, by far. I don't like them that much. In comparison to, say, this man's nice. Is he B? I'll put him at the top of B. Yeah, I'll put him at the top of B. He's nice. I thoroughly enjoyed Theo, and I wish he was in more games other than meh Persona Q, you know? Let's see. Let's see. This is hard, going through everybody. The shopkeeper in 3 is really cool. There isn't really that much. I should put him here. All the shopkeepers aren't really characters per se, except for maybe this guy. He has a little bit of something in FES, but the rest of them are just, you know, they're shopkeepers, with the exception of the P5 cast. But we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Where's the P4 medicine woman? She's in here somewhere. Oh my gosh, I can't find her. Where on earth is she? Am I blind? I have to go one row at a time. I could have sworn she was in here. I guess she's not. Huh. Okay. My bad. Maybe. I'm sure I'll find her eventually if I don't already see her, but I might just be... Ah, here she is. Jeez. Like I said, not much of a character. She's just kind of like a bartender at night in Golden, which I think is really cool. But that's all. Nothing too crazy about her. We got a lot of characters here. I guess we can put her here too. I really don't even remember her name. I didn't even anticipate a new female character for the athlete social link in P3 Portable. But sure, her story was okay. I don't even remember her name, to be quite honest. I really should know her name, but that's the only character's name I really don't remember much. Just okay story. A lot of people don't think she was that stellar anyway. The principal. I mean, he's a terrible person. By the way, these aren't. I'll order them towards the end. They're not going to be ordered unless I clearly distinctively like a character more than another upon impulse. He's okay. He's just a villain for most of the game. It's nothing too crazy. Just, you know, a villain. And, you know, he looks like a fucking... Yeah, I don't even want to go over that. Alright, Jose! Jose's cool. He was a nice addition to Royal in terms of the stamp collecting and changing the metaverse. As a character, he's just kind of whatever, but what he did for the game was really cool, and I like that he has a cool, spot, you know? But just, okay. I'm not gonna rank this. For reasons I'll get to later. Well, should I? This is so unfortunate. Is he? No, he's not in here. Alright, well, I guess I'll rank it. It's... Oh, where'd he go? He's actually probably my least favorite god of all the gods. Yeah, the gods are in here. Okay. He's actually my least favorite god. His whole shtick about humanity not being like strong enough to get out of prison, like, you know, because the whole theme of the game is that everybody's locked up and they want to be in prison to protect themselves. It just wasn't that interesting compared to the other two, you know, her and wherever Nyx is, if she's even in here. And for those of you who are going, why are you hovering over Igor? If you haven't played P5, then you should know that this is an Igor. So I'm gonna put spoilers in the YouTube video too, just so people are aware of that. But yeah, that's not Igor. That's actually the villain of the game. The whole thing of him setting up Akechi and the protagonist was really cool. I liked that. But as a character, he's just kind of, oh no, I guess because of that I'll put him up here. I liked what he did for the story, but as like a god, the other gods just do his job so much better. Might as well talk about someone else though. Let's talk about Igor himself, actually. Where did I put him? Igor. Igor's great. I love Igor. He is consistent in every single game that he's in. I hear in P2 he's a little bit more of a jerk to you, but he's amazing. Love Igor. Love Igor a lot. And the when he says dream in reality, it never gets old, dude. Never gets old. Okay, let's see. What should I do next? Kaisuke? I'm done for Kaisuke. Where is that man? Photographer, doctor-looking man. Where is he? Gosh, I cannot. There's so many characters. I can't find everybody. Kaisuke. He's okay. I liked that he was struggling between something that he was passionate for and then something his parents wanted him to do. And he was so good at what his parents wanted him to do, that made an interesting dynamic. Liked him as a character, but he was solid. Madarame? See, like, here's the thing, like, as a villain, he did his job, but as a character, I really just don't like him. As a villain, he did his job, though, but in terms of, like, you know, as a character, he's just very average. He did some horrible things to Yusuke and his mother. If you played the games, obviously. Otherwise, if you're just here to listen to me talk, then welcome. But, yeah, as a character, he was just terrible. Cool for a villain, not an interesting character. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about her either. She's just a teacher. Not a very good... You know, I'm going to put her in Y. I did not like her at all. She was just obnoxious, and when they freaking jumped the Amagi in, dude, and Yosuke tried to... Oh gosh, that was such an awkward scene. I don't even remember her name, to be quite honest. Kashiwagi, I think her name was? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her name. I've played Persona 4 6 times, man. I should be disappointed. Same with her. I don't like her either. I genuinely don't remember her name. I should look it up really quick, but, yeah, no, I didn't like both of them. They were plot devices, if anything. Did not like them at all. What is her name? Her name is... oh my gosh. Hanako. Hated both of these characters. Alright, let's go with a character I really like. I love Nanako, dude. Like... No, I'm gonna put her in A, actually. Top of A. I love Nanako, dude. Nanako is amazing. They need to write more children's characters like this, because this is if game developers, if you're watching, this is how you make a child character. Literally perfect. She's not smart enough to realize that, you know, to experience like to talk about heaven and death, but well, you know, because Narukami teaches her about that stuff. But she's smart enough to, you know, take after herself because Dojima's always working, and, you know, not to talk to strangers. She's doing well in school. She gets along with everybody, like. And she knows how to talk to everybody. She's this character is so underappreciated, man. I wish they wrote more children like this. Oh my gosh. So amazing. Where's her pop? He's just as amazing. Dojima. Where are you at? This handsome man, dude. Such an awesome guardian. And his story about going after his wife's, killer was so touching. And the fact that he didn't know how to take care of Nanako because of the stress and the burden of losing his wife who always watched her. Like that, the dynamic between these two are just so good. And like I said, I just wish there was more writing like this, Persona writing hasn't been the same since. I love both of these two. Well, with the exception of, the P5 Guardian, but we'll get to him later. He's better, I think, than these two. But yeah, both of these two are amazing, and I wish there were more guardianship characters like this in other media. But yeah. Alright, let's see. Who's next? Kawakami? Kawakami's really good. Probably my favorite teacher, and the only teacher I think that I genuinely had any sort of attachment to. Because most of the teachers are memes. Dude, the puppet man? I know Dan and Miguel love the puppet guy, but he's just a meme. That's what most of these teachers are. One-note, stereotypical anime tropes, but she's different. She's so different. And her story regarding the past students' parents and paying them off, and Joker having to help her overcome that stress is so good, dude. Like, oh my gosh. So good. Let's do Kanashiro. Let's get him out of the way. Same thing with Monorame. Like I said, he's not a good character. He's just a means to an end villain that didn't really have anything going on for him other than being evil and him being a sin. That's it. I don't really care for him all that much, Pharos, I don't really have much to say about Pharos. Oh, no, we're going to use... Okay, Pharos is going to be Nyx. And Nyx is freaking sick. Oh my gosh, I love Nyx, dude. Easily my favorite god/goddess, because, she's a female. Oh my gosh, Nyx is amazing. So let's just sit there. We're not talking about Pharos, we're talking about Nyx. And her presence in Persona 3 makes the finale so good, or rather the last month of the game. Because after you were told by Ryoji of what's going to happen, that threat and presence is so well done that you cannot escape death. And then when you fight her, oh my gosh, it's so sick. It's so freaking sick. Such a cool character. Same with Akumura, man. I just don't like any of the villains as characters, with the exception of one. There is one villain other than the gods that I really like from Persona 5, and we'll get to him. Okumura is just another means to an end villain strictly for Haru's, character. I don't really think of him as that cool of a character. He's just plot development for Haru. In the So Happy world, when he was alive and having genuine conversations with Haru, I thought that was actually kind of cool, but he's just a terrible person, terrible human being as a character. If you hate the villain for a reason that you don't think is justified, then the game is doing its job, but that doesn't mean I have to like their reasoning for being a villain. They're sins, so you're not really supposed to like them. I might as well talk about this guy now. This man. He's a solid character because he does his job the best. Out of all of these characters right here, he's the only one that just makes you go, ugh. Oh man, the first chapter of Persona 5 is as good as it is because we have such an easily hateable villain. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to put Pharos over here and then talk about Ryoji a little bit after I'm done talking about this man. But yeah, Kamoshida's a freaking terrible piece of garbage, and you should... terrible villain. Or either, horrible. But he's a good villain because of that. And then, yeah, Ryoji as a character is really cool. He gets more development if you play P3 Portable and play as the female MC. Something to consider. And yeah, Nyx is sick. Alright. King Moron. Such a meme, dude. There isn't really much to say about him either. I guess he stands out more than the other teachers, like Kashiwagi, for him just being such a bad mouth, but Again, he's a meme. Not really much to say about him. He's a meme, dude. Freaking meme character. Mr. Kirijo is solid. There's not really much to say about him other than his time with you over in the summer house in Persona 3. He's cool. Again, more of a plot device for Mitsuru. Mitsuo Kubo. He's such a creep, man. And the fact that he tried to be a copycat killer was just bleh. Just bleh. Didn't really like him all that much. We're getting down to the characters I actually like. Kenji. Why couldn't this have been Junpei, man? Like, why is he here? Why is it Kenji instead of Junpei? And this is going to be my case for a lot of the social links in Persona 3. I genuinely just don't know why they didn't talk about them more. Why couldn't it have been the male characters? Instead, we got Kenji. We got what else did we get? Well, okay. We'll talk about them more later. But the point is Kenji is definitely one of the ones that stand out that I'm just like, man, you could have just been Junpei and we could have had a much better story. At least the Persona 3 FMC gets him. It just sucks that we don't. The elderly couple from the library. Where's the woman? She's over here too, I think. I just saw her. Where did she go? They're okay. Just I didn't really think they were anything special. The story behind them regarding the tree was cool, but other than that, I didn't really have much to say about the Hierophant social link. Maya. Maya's really cool, actually. I like Maya. It was a fun social link, and it was really cool to find out that it was the teacher at the end. Again, one of the teacher characters that stood out and was not a meme, like the Puppet Man, or the chick with the Sphinx on her head, who was cousins with the guy with the samurai frat. I thought that was kind of cool. Good writing, honestly. There's not really much to say about this guy. He was just a plot device for Haru. You're not supposed to like him. I mean, I guess I'll put him here. I really just didn't like this guy. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Don't worry, guys. We're getting somewhere. Let's do Shiho. Shiho's cool. A little too high. I'll just put her right around here. I'm gonna word these later anyway. Shiho was okay. There isn't really much to say about her. Again, she was more of a plot device for An. I wish they did more with her character, but what happens to her in Chapter 1 of the game is meant to, push the plot through. So yeah, decent character. Cool plot for An. Let's talk about a character I really like. No good Tora. Tora is a social link that I didn't think I would enjoy. I didn't do his social link the first time in my vanilla Persona 5 run, and then when I did it in my New Game Plus, I was thoroughly impressed with his story and how he looks at things. More people need to do his social link. It's crazy how good of a character this man is. Was a huge fan of No Good Tora. I liked all the political talk too. Jin, he's okay. Might as well talk about Takaya too. Because because these two I wasn't a huge fan of. They're the antagonists of Persona 3 other than Nyx, and I just didn't really care. Their story was cool about how they're injected with their personas were like forced into them, so I guess because of that, it makes them more interesting. But that's just because of the plot. Like, as characters, they were just very whatever. They weren't written very well. They were just very anti-you of what you were doing. And then when you beat all the shadows, they're, like, part of the Nyx cult. And they're just... I don't know. I just wish they were better villains. It feels like the shadows and Nyx in general, and the Counselor do a better job of being a villain. Speaking of the Counselor, might as well talk about his lame-o right now. He's better. I'm gonna have to order the... Nah, I'm not gonna order the very meh tier, so screw it. He wasn't very interesting either, but he did a better job of being a presence over these two, and especially because he's more relevant in Arena, also with him being Sho's father, which I thought was really cool. But you know, nothing too crazy. Chihaya, she's okay. Nothing too crazy. I thought her social link was okay. Didn't think she was bad, but didn't think she was particularly great either. I liked how she's technically from two different dialects, her royal life and her city mask, which I thought was really cool, and that's what makes her stand out above these guys. And her confidant powers were dope too. Saki Kanishi is also whatever. Actually, no. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not gonna order the C tier. The thing with Saki is she hated Yosuke, which I thought was really interesting, but her whole shtick was that she worked for her parents' rival because her parents own a liquor store. Her hating Yosuke was, in my opinion, not really justifiable. We'll get to that later, but she's just kind of whatever. Her brother is way more interesting. Where is that man? Really cool character. I liked Saki's brother a lot. It was a good Hanged Man social link. Like the whole thing with the desserts in the fridge. I thought that was a really cool way to describe how he feels about their missing relationship. All right, the king. Whoops. I think the lesson King learns is really cool. As a character, he's just very whatever. Actually, no, I'm going to put him down here because of that. Because you're actually forced, if you want to do his confidant right, you have to, pick really bad options that you shouldn't be telling a child. And for that, I'm going to put him down here in very meh. I like his, resolution, but... And he's very relatable. But, you know, it's just kind of eh. Yeah, I just... His abilities are broken, but that's all there really is to it. Okay, let's go with Yuko. Yuko, where is she? I'm blind. Why can't I find Yuko? I know she's here. There she is. She's solid. I liked her social link. It was definitely less interesting than all the other P3 girls besides her. Actually, no, I'm gonna put her down here. I keep doing this because, at the end of the day, solid characters are characters that I like, and then amazing are characters I love, and then kings and queens are I really like you guys, and then we'll get to the GOAT eventually. If you guys guess who the GOAT is from just knowing me, then just know that you're smarter than you look. But yeah, her social link was okay. Just wasn't anything special. Same with Metis. I guess his sister. I didn't really like the answer all that much, so that should just go to say how much I feel about her. Oh, I guess I should talk about him. He's better than all of the other villains in P5 just because he not only has more presence, but he has more impact on the other characters in the game. It's not just you who has to deal with Shido's, overall presence. I liked what he did in terms of his overall plan to take over Japan. Thought it was cool. I like Shido. Commissioner doesn't really have much to say about it. I'm not going to talk about him. Wakaba. Wakaba's really cool. I think... Oh, music's almost done? No, I'll go to Act 2. Act 2 is dope. Wakaba's really cool. I understand that Futaba felt, the way she did at the beginning of her chapter. But the fact that Wakaba never stopped loving her and just wanted to focus on her research at the same time was really admirable. I think Futaba's mom's a cool character. Wakaba's cool. I guess I should talk about some of the party members because I've been neglecting them a lot. I'm going to start seeing them here. Let's talk about Chie. Chie Satsunaka. Her confidant or social link, if you want to talk about Persona standards, is just, it's okay. There isn't that much to say about it, because I don't think it stood out to me very well. I think her getting past the shadow was better than her entire social link. I thought her conquering herself was better and more interesting. So, her persona's dope. She's really decent in the game. Not decent, she's really good. In Arena, she's fun to play as, but as a character, I just wasn't a huge fan of her. She's probably my second least favorite party member. No, third least. There's one other person I didn't like before her. Her wanting to become a cop was cool too. I liked that. Might as well talk about her best friend right next to her. I used to dislike this character a lot. Like, I used to think she was here. I used to really not like this character. And here's the reason why. Yukiko goes through a full circle. And what I mean by that is when you start her social link in the beginning. And the training with Chie was really cool too. I like that. Anyway, when you start with Yukiko in the very beginning, she freaking does a circle. She starts by conquering her shadow by saying, I want to run away. I don't want to take over the inn. And does this. Ends up right back where she started. And wanted to take over the inn. I thought that was just terrible writing. But upon watching some analysis videos and replaying the game again, it wasn't as bad as I remember. I didn't like her social link that much, but at least her character arc made sense. Fun fact, if you guys wanted to think of something that I thought was really cool about her shadow, the bird cage was open the entire fight. The whole point of her boss fight was that she was a bird trapped in a cage, and she felt that she had no choice but to stay with the inn. But the cage was open the entire fight, so I thought that was really cool writing. And, or rather, design, not writing. And then her socialing wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Just wasn't a huge fan of it. Like I said, I used to really despise this character. But upon further review, she's not that bad. In comparison to you. I really dislike Murray. She didn't ruin Golden, okay? Her social link is actually a lot of fun, but that's because it's not about her. It's about her interacting with the city and the town and all your party members. That's what makes it fun. She's not very interesting as a character, and her dungeon is dog crap. It's horrible, man. God, her social link freaking makes me so mad. Because it's so good. Like, I love her social link, but I hate her character. If you want to hear my buddy Austin talk about this character, whew, oh, he could go on forever. Fox, I don't really want to talk about. He more represents the people of Inaba. There isn't that much to talk about. But yeah, screw Marie. She sucks. We haven't talked about any S-tier characters yet. I guess I'm saving them. Guess I can talk about one. That handsome man. Sojiro, Brojiro. Oh my gosh. This man just makes me want to drink as much coffee as possible. There was still some coffee in there and some got on my desk, and I will clean that up later. There's just a couple drops. But yeah, I love Sojiro. All of his conversations with Joker and the rest of the party members, or the Phantom Thieves rather, are just so precious. Is there any more coffee in here? Oh. Just kidding. There's nothing in there. There's just a couple drops. But yeah, I like Sojiro a lot. He was quite the debonair apparently when he was younger, and when he grew older, he kept trying to get with Wakaba. Where is she? But she always turned him down, and I thought that was very interesting. Because Sojiro is way more well-versed in the world than I thought he was when I first played the game. He always, wanted to make sure that you weren't getting into trouble. He didn't want you to be a burden to his business, because he was focused about taking care of Futaba. Where is she? Futaba. And I thought that was really cool. I like Sojiro a lot. He is probably my favorite guardian. He softened up to you the more respectful you appeared yourself to be in front of him. And I really liked that. Easily my favorite guardian. Also, White Day was hilarious with this man when he gave you the perfect date. Oh, it was so funny. Guess we could talk about his daughter now. So, I actually liked Futaba a lot on my first run. And then when I played the game again, I'm gonna put her at the very top of solid. Her gamer speak really got to me the second time. Like, no, she's the bottom of the thing. I'll make her. I really like Futaba. Okay, here's the thing. I know it may sound like I'm going back and forth. Well, I mean, it's rambling, so I guess it is going back and forth. But the thing with Futaba is her gamer speak bothered me a lot the second time. Okay, I genuinely was kind of just rolling my eyes. And then when I played Royal, I was just like, and it's only in her Confidant where she does this. Outside of her Confidant, she's actually like a normal human being. Like, she tries to act like a normal human being. She only bees herself in front of Joker. And her gamer speak really just, it grinds my gears. But everything about her character is amazing otherwise. Nah, I can't put her in amazing because of that. I have to put her at the top of B. I couldn't stand the gamer speak. It just really bothered me. Oh, my internet? Is my internet out? Still recording. Bum. I didn't see your message if you're still here. Sorry, dude. Yeah, the beard's gone. Is my internet really out? Oh my gosh. Hang on 1 second, guys. I don't know what's going on. Because it says my internet's out. Huh. That was odd. We back, guys. Bum. I didn't even see that message here on my chat. No neck needs to be in Y. Oh, bum. Anyway, back to the tier list. But yeah, Futaba. Futaba is very okay. She's really, like, I like her, but there's things that I don't like about her, and because of that, I'm going to put her in solid. Her social link is very well written. My friend Akashic pointed out that the romance between Joker and Futaba is actually really, really good, well written wise. I never did it personally. I just had to take him and my friend Jerry's word for it. But yeah, I like Futaba, just there were things about her that I didn't like. She's definitely not my favorite navigator. That goes to Rise. So as a female, like, romance option, no, I'm gonna put her in solid. No. It's really hard. She's like right next to Futaba, but I think she's better than Futaba. Here's the thing with Rise. Her overall story of, like, wanting to be an idol, or not wanting to be an idol for the matter, was cool because she was, the whole point of her story is that she feels that people lost sight of Rise Kujikawa, and she wanted people to see Rise Kujikawa, but all they could see is Rosette, and because of that, I'm gonna put her in A, bottom of A, and because of that, she wanted to leave the show business behind, and at the end of the social link, she does the Yukiko and ends up going back into showbiz because she feels that she can get people to see her through through Rosette, because Rosette is a part of her. That was the whole point of her social link, and rather it wasn't too in depth, but it was a neat idea. And again, I have to give her the same flack that I gave Yukiko for doing a complete circle, but at least she learned something from it that she can take with her future career. Yukiko just ended up going back to the inn. So I like Rise. Akinari. I like Akinari a lot, actually. Very well written. I wasn't expecting to feel as much as I did for him during the social link. Like, the son, oh my gosh. Like, him having that disease in the book, and then when he passes away and you talk to his mom. So good. I gotta speed this up a little bit. Getting close to the hour mark. Noizumi is garbage. He's the only character that has a confidant that ends up becoming a worse person after. Literally trash. Dislike that guy a lot. He's the Moon social link. Mika is also whatever. Mika-chan? Mika? I'm pretty sure her name's Mika. No, that doesn't seem right. It is Mika. Okay. I'm bad. This is my favorite series, guys. Haha. There's so many characters. Mika's whatever. She was a cool rival for On, but that was about it. Not that much to say more about it. The monk. What was his name? It was Utatsu. Solid. Cool story. It was very sad to hear that he didn't want to talk to his family anymore. He didn't think it was worthy. It's a cool story. Let's see. Yumi. Pretty solid. Didn't dislike her character. Her forgiving her father was really interesting because she disliked him so much and blamed the failure of her and her mom's marriage on that. So I thought that was cool. Decent character. Mamoru. It's just a worse athlete social link. I liked, where is that man? I liked Kazushi way more, and where is he? They're both essentially the same social link. Except his is way more interesting with the injured body part. I forget what it was that he injured, and it was cool that you got to choose which club you wanted to do with his. So I liked his way more than his. It just seemed like he was always hungry. Shu is okay too. I like Shu. Him realizing that him cheating on the test was not necessary just so that he could impress his mom. When in reality he knew he just had to keep going at what he was good at to begin with. Sai is also really good. Where do I put her? I'm gonna put her in solid. I like Sai. She's a cool villain. Well, not villain. She's not a villain per se. She's more like an antagonist, and who eventually helps you. Her dungeon was really cool. One of the best songs in the game. The winds of fate may leave us. I like Sai. The only person that Makoto can look up to because her family's just gone. The sessions with Joker were really cool. I really liked the plot device of him having to go backwards in time. That was really cool. I liked it. Oh my gosh, it's already 8 o'clock. I gotta pick this up. Otherwise Terrell's gonna kill me. Hopefully I'll be done by 8:30. Okay, Fuka. I like Fuka a lot. I like her more than Rise, actually. Never mind, I lied. I completely lied. I like Fuka. She's definitely my favorite navigator in terms of character. Her social link requiring full courage was kind of weird, but Fuka's dope. I didn't really like her on my first playthrough. I didn't actually do her social link on my first playthrough of Persona 3. How did I forget about Fuka, man? There's so many characters. My mind's all over the place. But yeah, I like her social link a lot. And by the end of it, when she becomes more well-versed, I liked it. Ken is whatever. Oops. He's okay. Koromaru is way more interesting. We're gonna talk about that. But for real, Ken's story with his mom was actually really interesting, and I guess I can talk about Shinji also. Where is that man? Where is Shinji? Come on. Put them together. Their dynamic is what really makes them interesting, the story behind these two. Shinji having one of those personas kind of like these guys was actually really cool too. And yeah, Ken's okay. I liked him enough more than these guys. Mishima's solid too. He was a cool Phantom Thieves website guy. His plot with him realizing that he was letting things get to his head in terms of fame was actually really cool too. Good moon social link, way better than the other moons. God, the moons are so bad, except for Mishima. Tanaka, very cool social link. Not much to say about him, other than him teaching you like terrible like business practices so you can get ahead. That was fun. Takemi. I put her around here. I really like Takemi a lot. Put Fuka over here. Takemi's awesome. Her confidant was really good. Her learning about the patient that she thought died actually living was that was really cool. I liked her confidant a lot. The romance was really good behind it. I watched it on YouTube. It was a good time. Lavenza. Is there anything more to say about Takemi? I feel like there's more. She's probably my favorite store owner. I guess I can talk about him too. Where's EY? EY has a banger of a song. His story with his son was interesting, and how he was trying to get the head of Suda. I honestly don't remember his rival's name, or not rival, the guy he was dealing with. But yeah, him wanting to become a better man for his son and to be proud of was really cool. And I liked how you can work for his shop, and I liked how you could be a guinea pig for her precinct, or not precinct, doctor's office, nurse's office. Connor Daly. She's gonna call me a guinea pig in a new voice. I'm going insane. Oh, that was really funny. Morgana. I don't like Morgana. He's my least favorite mascot of the 3 games. His story is so not well written, and when he finally becomes human in So Happy World, I'm just like, you didn't deserve this, and thankfully they ripped it right out of him. Here's the reason why I don't like Morgana. And this is aside from the whole making you go to bed thing. It's so much more than that. I just don't find him interesting. Like, at the beginning he was okay. Like, he did this. He was rising. He was getting better. He really wanted to be a competent teacher for you. And then Chapter 5 happens, and I just immediately disagree with him and his argument with Ryuji. That was so stupid. Obviously, Ryuji egged him on a little bit, but they could have written that so much better. So terrible. And then when he becomes a helicopter in the end, that literally makes no sense. Literally comes out of nowhere. It was the most plot device, like plot Mary Sue, blah blah blah. There's a word for it. Jumping to shark. Oh my gosh, I use it all the time. Deus Ex Machina. That was it. It was such a huge Deus Ex Machina that it actually made me like him even less. I don't remember her name. She was the stepmother from the Temperance Social Link in P4. Didn't really hate her, didn't really like her. Just eh. Namatame is really good. Him thinking that he was a savior for the TV world kidnappings. Well, I mean, he was the kidnapper. Was really interesting. Liked him a lot. Not as much as these guys, though. I need to speed these up. Minako Arisato is pretty good. Don't love her, but don't think she's too crazy either. She was better. She was a more interesting character than her brother in terms of, like, you know, party member dynamic, but her brother also has, like, good features about him that we'll get to later. Alright, wow, I am really only talking about the characters that I don't think are that interesting or like and slightly love. Let's talk about a character that's really good. A good mascot. Oh my gosh. You can write a book about how cool Aegis is as a character, dude. Oh, she's so amazing. Love Aegis. Best mascot in the franchise. Her social link about, like, discovering who she was as a character and about life and, like, going through day by day. Like, oh, I love her social link so much. I need to watch it again. But yeah, Aegis is amazing. Guess I can talk about Teddy. Used to think he was here. The bear puns keep him here. His story, him and Morgana have the exact same story, and Teddy's is just written better. He even becomes human, and Morgana didn't even get to become human unless it was in So Happy World. Teddy's cool, just not anything crazy. Don't dislike him, but I like him way more than Morgana. Oh my gosh, this has been going on for so long. How long am I in the song? Oh, yeah, I'm doing good. Izanami. Izanami was really cool. Don't like her, but she's a decent villain, for all things considered. Really cool goddess that gives you powers at the beginning of the game. Oya is whatever. Didn't really like her all that much. Second least favorite girl in the game. And we'll get to my least favorite soon. Her story with her friend was eh, and her boss being too hard on her was eh. Didn't really think she was that great. Lavenza, I like her more than the twins. That's all I have to say about her. She's way cooler than the twins in terms of being a Velvet Room attendee. Let's finish up the Velvet Room attendee, shall we? Margaret's awesome. And so is her sister Elizabeth. But they're awesome for different reasons. Elizabeth's missions and little scenes with Minato were really cool, and I liked how how extroverted and how willing to live she was. She's right now still trying to find a way to bring back Minato, and I thought that was really cool. And then Margaret's amazing. I just really like Margaret. There isn't much to say about that other than I really think Margaret's a cool character. She's a very fun Velvet Room attendee. God, I do not remember his name. Hideyoshi. His storyline was really cool with the cigarette. I thought that was fun, where he had to determine who was the person that had the cigarette in the school, and when your name became a suspect. That was a really interesting concept. I liked him. Maiko. Another child character, not as good as Nanako, but still really good. Her story with her parents was really good too. Ayane was okay. I think Yumi's story was better. About her learning to overcome her her trombone skills with you was really cool, but the reason why her story wasn't as well written is because she doesn't end up playing the part anyway. She ends up giving it back to the trombone player that had an injury. Didn't think that was really all that cool. Do I want to talk about you yet? Not yet. We'll get to you. Let's talk about Adachi, baby. I like Adachi a lot. He is a very, very interesting villain, and the fact that he, his reasonings for what he was doing was garbage, but I can understand how he felt that he was robbed, that he was, forced to, are any people talking in my chat? No. Okay, cool. I thought that was really cool, how he was supposed to represent, he really, he even told you to himself, work really hard, get a good job, find a cute girl, that should be your life. And he didn't get that because he felt he was robbed after he worked really hard. He was thrown into the sticks. And his whole reasoning for doing what he was doing obviously wasn't that interesting, but what he did in order to get there was interesting. And I liked his arc in Arena Ultimax also. I really liked him as a villain. Yusuke Kitagawa, he's okay. I liked him a lot more my second playthrough. He's just a silly boy. He's an artist. The other emperors do it better. Might as well talk about them now. I liked his arc in the church where you guys were doing this. And I liked that he actually had a full character arc where he ended up learning to solve his artist block, which I thought was really good. Actually, because of that, I'm going to put him up here. But I like the other characters more. Yusuke's good, just not great. Where is this handsome man? Oh my gosh, Kanji Tatsumi. He's so good, dude. Social Link is good. His dilemma was good. I could talk about Kanji forever, dude. I love Kanji Tatsumi so much. And when he made the doll for the kid, oh, so good. And his mom at the end of his Social Link, when he talks about writing a letter for a woman, he ends up being his mom. Oh my god, so good. And he's technically the star, but his persona is the Emperor, I think. I don't remember. Akihiko. I like him more than Yusuke. He's cool. They kind of ruin his character in Ultimax, or Arena rather. But he's still cool. I like Akihiko. freezing on her name. I think her name is Sayoko? Yeah, Nurse Sayoko. She's whatever. Not much to say. She's whatever. Hifumi. I like her. She's really cool. Her social link or confidant with her mom was really interesting. Her ending up not being the actual shogi prodigy that you thought she was cool. And the stuff that she gives you for doing the social link is really cool too. The multiple party members swap thing. That was cool. I like Hifumi. He's okay. Or Hirumi? Oh my gosh. It is Hifumi. Yeah, Hifumi Togo. I'm crazy. Alright, getting down to the wire here. Getting down to the wire here. Hisano. Her story was okay. Nothing too crazy. About how it was really sad to see her husband get Alzheimer's. That was crazy. And it hurt her to, like, have him wake up every day and go, "Who are you?" That was rough, dude. Who do we want to do next? On. Shoutouts to Skinner. This character's sick. I like On a lot, actually. She's the ultimate bro female. She doesn't follow typical Japanese women stereotypes. I like On a lot, actually. Put her up here. Like, when Ryuji was, like, staring at her, instead of getting, like, all, like, gross and disgusted, she's like, "Oh, now you think I'm attractive, huh? Now you want to talk to me? I thought that was really cool. And how that she just straight up asked, like, "Hey, what kind of girls are you into, man?" Like, I think that's so cool that she doesn't follow typical Japanese, like, woman anime tropes. Oh, I trust you guys. Don't worry about it. Who's the man? You're the man. I like Junpei. Junpei's awesome. His character arc with Chidori is really, really good, and I guess I can finally talk about her now. I like both of them. About how she was like an artist, and that she felt that she was going to pass, and then Junpei helped her become a better person, and then how he would visit her in the hospital almost every single day. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. I like them both. Both great dynamic. Who's the man? You the man. I like Junpei a lot. Although he wasn't very good combat-wise, though, so that sucks. Yukari Takiba. Here's the thing with Yukari. I think if the answer didn't exist, she'd be up here. But because of the answer, she's down here. More like over here. Didn't like Yukari's methods in the answer. How she was willing to sacrifice everything just so she could see Minato again. That was bad writing. I don't care what you think. She's not relatable. She was willing to kill Aegis just so she can see the main character again. And that's just terrible writing. Well, terrible as in, like, she's a bad person. She's not very relatable. I wouldn't do that. Just to see my crush again. It wasn't even love. The canon behind them wasn't established, so if they were at the actual canon pairing, I would understand that, but as far as I'm aware, the MC was just a womanizer and they were just a thing. Getting really close to the royal characters. My dog, Ryuji. Oh, song's changing. Let's go with... we can just do this. Nah, let's do royal relaxing. Ah, that's better. Alright, my dog bomb. Oh, I love you, Marquise. He's video calling me! What's up, dog?
We shaved the beards now. We shaved the beards.
Yeah, the beard was shaved, dude.
No, Anthony, you had one job.
Bro, I was running again. Here, I'll talk to you later. I'm still streaming. Love that, man. Anyway, back to the tier list. So, Ryuji. That's my dog. He has a very cool character arc, just like Kanji, in my opinion. They're actually more similar than people would give him credit for. Not just because they're big, handsome gentlemen with interesting story arcs. How Ryuji wanted to become a good runner for his mom's sake, so he wanted to be a track star, but then Kamoshida broke his leg. Like, oh, that was so good. And how he ended up not wanting to join the track team initially. Like, he does the Yukiko thing, and I will give him crap for that. But I thought that was really, really cool. Oh my gosh, all my friends are roasting me for shaving my beard. I'm gonna have to explain to them later. Oh man, I'm gonna get roasted for this later. Anyway, what was I saying? Are they raging in the chat? No, they're not. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like Ryuji a lot. He's a very cool character. I like his story, I like his confidant, and how he even stacks up for the guy in the track team that was getting, like, borderline bullied because of the new, him supposedly relaying new info to the coach. I like that a lot. Ryuji's my dog. For real? Mitsuru's really good. Really smart, really confident woman. Very fun social link. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was really cool how she abandoned her arranged marriage for the sake of the company for you. I thought it was cool. Very, very cool. She's more on the stoic side at first, but then once you get to know her, she opens up, and I like that a lot. And now how I like she sticks for Yukari in the answer, even though it's very clear Yukari is wrong. Oh, and I guess Yukari's arc with her dad was really cool, and because of that, I'll move her up here. But what she did in the answer was terrible. I'll talk about the protagonists all at once. Sumire. I like Sumire. She's dope. I know a lot of people treat her like Marie, but I think she's way more of a character than Marie ever was and ever will be. It's insane the difference between the two. Her stuff with her sister was really cool. Her realizing that she needed to break out of Maruki's control was really good. It wasn't even his control. It was more like his like psych lock that he put on her. I thought that was really dope. Friends are so silly. Yeah, I liked Sumire. Her confidant was really good too. Well, after rank 6. Rank 1 through 5 made me want to slam my head against the wall. It was so boring. I like Sumire. Getting down on the wire here. Goddess Makoto. I love Makoto so much. She's literally better Mitsuru. Her story with her father dying and her wanting to become a cop was really, really good. I didn't really like the whole Aiko storyline, so I know a lot of people give Makoto's confidant crap for that, and I understand that, but I like Makoto a lot, dude. Like, ugh. Best girl in P5. I like her story. I like her gameplay. I like everything about this character. Garbage. I think Haru is terribly written. She could be so cool, but they just didn't give her the amount of screen time she deserved, and because of that, she just comes off as a very lazy empress. They could have done so much with this character, but just not enough screen time, not enough development. Her social link came in too late, and I just don't think she adds anything to the group. That's why I don't like her. Naoto Shirogane. Amazing detective character. I love detective characters, but I think Naoto's confidant was really good with her finding her childhood items that her grandpa hired the secretary to hide, and then her social link in general was just really good. I like Naoto a lot. I liked how she was willing to put her life on the line for the case, because this wasn't a game for her either. So that was really good. I forgot to talk about Makoto's dynamic with the team. Makoto is essentially like the one that calls all the shots, and I thought that was really cool. I like that group dynamic a lot. Makoto's awesome. And I like Naoto also. Maruki. Best antagonist ever. Quote me. Maruki is literally the most amazing antagonist that I've ever seen in a video game. The fact that I actually had to consider his reality was probably the best part about him, and his confidant was really good too. Amazing character. Don't know why he isn't getting more love than he is now. Also probably one of my favorite final bosses in a video game. Alright, I'm gonna let you know right now that the GOAT is not one of the MCs, so I guess I'll talk about them now. I'll talk them all at once. I think he's good, I think he's better, and I think he's crazy. As a character. Obviously, if I were to pick my favorite protagonist, it would be Narukami, but as characters, Joker's really good. He has everything that Yu has, but with a little bit more sass. And he has everything that these two don't have, because he's a jerk, and that in itself is really good writing. He eventually warms up and becomes a better person towards the end of the game, but as at the start, Minato is a jerk. Narukami is an upstanding gentleman that eventually gets less stoic over time, and Joker is a sassy, good-hearted soul. But if I had to pick my favorite, protagonist in terms of cast, I would say Narukami, but Joker is just amazing as a character. Two left. I think Akechi's really, really good. Here's the thing. In Persona 5, Akechi wasn't well written. If this was Persona 5 Akechi, he'd be down here. But because Royal fleshed him out and made him way more interesting of a character, I put him up here. That's how I feel. They fleshed him out perfectly. His confidant was so good. His rank 8 when you had to fight him in the metaverse was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I liked it a lot. So yeah, Akechi's great. Alright, we're going to get a little personal here. Yosuke Hanamura is my favorite character in the Persona series, and here is why. He is the most relatable to my situation. Okay, so you know when you play Persona 4, you typically find one character that relates to you the most? He's the one. He is literally everything that I felt back when I was in high school and college. I wanted people to rely on me so much. I wanted people to notice me and think I'm funny so much that I gave away parts of myself just so I can rep that persona. And if it wasn't for Persona 4 today, I was a very fake person back then. So when I was able to face myself just like he did, I related to him so much. I love his social link. I love everything about Yosuke Hanamura. He is the coolest character in Persona history, period. And people crap on him because he can be a jerk to his party members at times. He often lets their insecurities slip, and I don't think that detracts from his character at all. I think his story is so amazing for me. This is very biased. If I were to make an unbiased opinion as to what the coolest Persona character would be, it'd be one of these 7. But I'm very biased towards Yosuke. And I understand that. Not everybody likes him. A lot of people think he's a jerk. A lot of people don't think he's funny. I think he's hysterical, except when he talks crap about about the party members of the cast. But at the end of the day, he's trying to get a response out of them. I love Yosuke. I love Yosuke so much. And that's my tier list. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to go shamble Terrell and Smash. Bye, guys.